What and how to heal from your first heartbreak. Before we start with the first story, please hit a subscribe and ring the notification bell to stay updated with us. Story 1. Get a second, bigger heartbreak. That really is it. Just spread the pain out over a few decades, so the one heartbreak is less poignant. I'm not even being insincere here. It's like video games where the later enemies hurt you more, but your character is also much stronger and able to take the serious blows. Story 2. Time. Every bad moment in our lives, and every good moment too, becomes more and more insignificant with each day that passes after it. New things happen, more current things become more important. The memory stays, and sometimes thinking on it too long can be painful, but it gets easier every day. Story 3. When me and my GF of about 5 years broke up, she was pretty much my only friend. I felt insanely lonely and miserable for a while, until I made friends with coworkers my age. We all started to hang out constantly, and I absolutely fell in love with every single one of them. I realized that the hole she left didn't need to be filled by romance or a partner. It could be filled by friends I love and would do anything for. So, essentially, friendship helped me get over it. Story 4. Don't take any drugs or get involved with drinking. Cannot stress this enough. It makes the pain last 10 times longer. This. Such a slippery slope one can take when they are in a vulnerable place. In my early 20s, I used alcohol to cope, even if I wouldn't truly admit that was the crutch helping me through things. It was a lot harder to acknowledge things with a veil of temporary pleasantries pulling its wool over my eyes, convincing me that I was okay. Story 5. My experience and my friends I've spoken to about it agree first heartbreaks hit differently, and you almost never truly get over it. It is probably true for most people. You get over it by surviving. It's what we're born to do, and it's what we keep doing till we die. Reply. I've always found that concept so strange. I am 100% over my first love, and have been since before I met the man who ended up being my husband. Most first loves are when people are quite young, and you change drastically between, say, 18 and 28. Why would I pine over the person my immature self loved when my mature self wouldn't have been happy with them anyway? But maybe that's just me. My first love ended up being a junk. Story 6. After months of sadness and crying myself to sleep every night, one day, suddenly, as I was walking down the street, the feeling just disappeared. Like a big weight instantly removed from my chest. And I was like, okay, so I guess life goes on indeed. I learned a great lesson that day. A lesson we heard a lot but don't quite understand until we experience ourselves. Everything passes. I'll never forget that moment. Story 7. The perfect people for us don't leave. Perfect relationships don't end. When they do, we call it a tragedy. If this is a tragedy you are trying to get over, I am sincerely sorry to hear for your loss. If this is no tragedy, I am still sincerely sorry. Story 8. Give yourself room to grieve. It doesn't matter if it's your first or 10th. When you invest enough, it's gonna hurt. Beyond that, keep yourself busy. I recommend audiobooks or podcasts to keep the pain on a more manageable drip. Also begin working on yourself. Start getting in shape. Read, write, invest in your hobbies, whatever. You want to look good for the next time you see them. And if you already look good, you need to be more interesting. The best revenge is living well. So focus on getting yourself in a better position for your next partner, and that will help with the heartache. Story 9. Take your time. Do things you enjoy. Learn to love yourself. Rediscover yourself. Give yourself grace. Healing from heartbreak is hard, but reaffirming yourself as an individual who is experiencing life just as the rest of us are and is deserving of love is the first big step of healing. Story 10. Believe me, you will be over this and there will be much bigger problems later on. Listen to sad music and get the tears out so it doesn't turn to anger. Keep no contact and get rid of any pictures. Know that this is just a step in life that will help lead you to what will truly make you happy. Story 11. Give yourself time to reflect, process, and understand what happened. Was it you? What could you have done better? That's okay if it was you. People learn and evolve. Don't beat yourself up over it. Just learn from it and be a better person from it. Was it him? It's okay. People are not required to treat you or feel about you the way you expect. Just like they have the right to act however they want, You have the right to choose if those bad actors can be in your life or not. Holding the belief that people must treat or feel about you the way you expect will only bring about more misery in life. Accept it and move on. And then, no contact, time, and finding new hobbies and goals to keep you busy. Just stay busy. Don't give your mind time to wander, but mostly time. One day, after living your life focused on you, you'll realize you don't even think about him anymore. Story 12. Well, I sorta just immediately found someone else who broke my heart later and kind of just went in that cycle about 7 times until I was 23 and finally found someone who stuck around for a while. Was with her until I was 26, and then I got run over by a truck and couldn't work and got addicted to fentanyl, so she dumped me for some rich ass who drove a Tesla. Guess he was a programmer or some sh**. Funny part about that is I am actually doing amazing now, and he dumped her recently and she immediately tried to slip back into my life. Gave me some long sob story about how he beat her and drank all the time and stole from her, which then made me think, he has millions of dollars. She has nothing. I bet she was the one doing the stealing. And I called her out and she got real mad. It was funny. I hard passed on that so fast I could hear the wind break. Story 13. Step 1 is always hard, no contact. Block them on absolutely everything. Delete their number. Delete all photos and get rid of any of their stuff they left behind. None of this, oh, I'll keep this just in case we get back together. Absolutely not. Out of sight, out of mind. This isn't a slight against them in any way. It's a way of protecting yourself so that you are able to heal from this experience and move into the next phase of your life as soon as possible. During this time, you're going to be extremely emotional, and while it's good to feel and process these emotions over time, you also don't want to be sitting in them all day. Find things to occupy your time. Go hang out with friends. Pick up some new hobbies, ones that require a lot of mental and physical engagement so you can keep your mind busy. Guitar, writing, and golf all worked really well for me, but there's no one-size-fits-all answer here, so find something that works for you. When you hang out with friends, try to avoid talking about the breakup. If someone asks how you're doing, tell them you're fine even if you're not. Fake it till you make it. This will condition your brain to get used to focusing on what's in front of you and not what's behind. When you're feeling well enough to do so, start putting yourself out there again. Don't go out with the sole intention of meeting someone, but be open to the idea that if you meet someone, you'll see where it goes. At this point, you probably don't want to rush into anything, but spending the night with someone will do wonders for your confidence going forward. Lastly, be patient and respect the process. As much as it sucks, show yourself grace and be kind to yourself through this process. As hard as it is right now, there is a much stronger version of yourself waiting on the other side of this. When it's all said and done, you'll be thankful for having gone through this because it will have forced you to grow in ways you never thought possible. And you will have become a better person for the next person you share your heart with. Story 14. Cheated on and dumped after 11 years, 7 married. It's been 5 months. Very traumatic at first. Sleepless nights. A lot of emotional pain and trauma. Got my own place. Being active, gym, soccer club and running club committed to meeting friends. Met a lot of neighbors in a few months and have a few acquaintances. Avoided solo drinking and drinking in general. True social drinking. A beer with a group of friends here and there, but not a weekly thing and don't it alone. Focused on enjoying the little wins and things in life. Making a nice meal. Cleaning my place and keeping it clean. Career focus. Getting my money right and growing professionally. Education. Getting ready for my MBA. Still to come. Hobby. Saving up for an oil painting setup. Plants. Need to get a few to add a nicer vibe and just care for a living thing. Decor. Started from scratch, so I need to get a tad more decor and finally hang my diploma. Art, etc. Freedom. Still need to realize that I'm free and really find myself out there. Girls, I'm not interested in apps. Just want to get myself out there and talk to girls. Things happen, I hope open to any advice, haha. Story 15. No contact. Realizing there's actually other people out there who can match or improve upon the experience you had with this person. Time. And without more details, realizing there was a reason it didn't work. I was bedridden for a month after I was dumped, but in hindsight, the relationship took everything out of me to try and make him happy while he did barely anything for me. It takes time and treat it like a scab. You won't heal unless you remove this person and things that remind you of them from your brain for a little while. No contact, not reading messages, especially not stalking their social media, all works to help make the healing process a little faster. You're doing great though. It does get better with time, and someone else will come along that makes you feel the same way this person did when things were good. And of course, focus on doing things that make you happy or improve your self-assurance. Exercise, eating right, working on school, career, hobbies, etc. With all this new-found free time is going to be another tool in your toolbox to help make sure you're set right for the next person. All right, folks, that's a wrap. If you like more of this, please hit a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You can also share your thoughts in the comment below. I'll see you in the next video.